Hey guys, welcome back to Healing Chiron. I'm Meg. I'm packing another order. I noticed that in my other videos, like even with the microphone, I guess I talk softer than I realized. So I don't really know what I can do to try to enhance the sound of my voice. Mostly because I might talk a lot, but I'm kind of quiet. And yeah, anyway, so hopefully it's not, um, hopefully it's not bad. So anyway, we're packing another order for another vented order. And so I wanted to also talk about out with the old and in with the new. And so how I come up with the topic of the video is my people, right? So, okay, so this is the book, Chaos Magic, and I'm gonna send these to, I think, a bookmark, and then like so they can put a belongs to sticker in there. These are also like repurposed. Anyway, as I am preparing a secondhand purchase order, I was talking to my friend the other day and the other night, actually. I don't really know how to put this in there. Okay, we're just going to do it like that. Well, actually, it's going to have to. Okay, let me stop. Anyway, I had the last video, okay. I told you that my daughter wanted to go for a walk and all that stuff. So I was talking to my friend and I was telling her that I was going to go through my stuff and start getting items ready because I'm also going to do a show on Whatnot. And if you're anything like me at all, whenever I like check out new things, like new apps and stuff, I'm immediately like my first search is usually like tarot or witchy stuff, crystals or candles, herbs is usually like one of my go-to's. Who isn't always foraging for herbs? So I was telling her that she's the one who told me about Whatnot. I didn't even know about it. So she tells me about it at the pool, and then like I started to check it out, and there is like a little witchy corner on there, and I was saying to her that I was going to like go through tarot decks because you know how like um sometimes you just don't really have a connection with your deck, or like you might have a connection but it kind of dissipates, and like because like your time together is kind of it's done. um they served their purpose and helped you through whatever it was you were going through, right? So i have like not like a insane collection of decks or anything, but a decent amount. And there are some that like I just don't have a vibe with. And so what I was doing was I was telling her that I wanted to like get ready to send them off to like their new homes, and like out with the old to make way for the new, right? And then so right now I'm making this video and it's technically 7-8, but we all know how timing works, and it's like 3 something in the morning, so we know that we're on like witch's time, right? Magic's time. So it's like 7-7 portal, which I was thinking about it the other night, and I heard like Lionsgate portal, and I was like, I thought that was in August. I thought that was the August portal. The 8-8 portal was Lionsgate, but I ended up looking something up earlier and found out that this is a Sirius portal. And so I started kind of doing some more research on that, and it's all about like getting rid of like the old, like clearing out the old to make way for the new. I also had said before that one of my favorite things about the practice is like it's always evolving, right? So like some of my spell work, like it's like a one and done. I don't need to like go back to it. Even if I try, it doesn't not have an effect, but it's not as potent as it was before. So that's when I know that like, okay, it's time to like pivot pivot and look for something else, because you don't need to go down this path anymore. Like you don't need to go this way anymore. It would be kind of like taking steps backwards instead of steps forward. And so like saying that to her a few days ago about you know clearing out the old and making way for the new, like we all talk about that, right? In the witchy community, like we all know what that means. We all know that like it has different um you can use that for different aspects of life, like whether that be like clearing out your closet literally or figuratively, right? um Bookshelves, herb drawers, things like that. So like we all know what that means. And then to find out that that's what this portal is about too, I was like, oh well, it's all kind of coming together, right? So that's awesome. But the other thing that we were talking about was not it's like clearing out the old to make way for the new, yes, and also um, coming out of the broom closet, right? And like, so if anybody's like they're clearing out the old and like stepping into the new, would be like if it's you and you're like stepping out of like an old way of being or old way of believing, or like you're leaving behind the ways that you were brought up in, that like a belief system that wasn't necessarily one that you subscribed to innately, like it was one that like you grew up in, and so now you're like forging your own path, and like you're stepping over, so that would be like you're clearing out the old way of being, old ways of believing, and you're forging your own path of the new. So like you're going to go through and like you're going to be trying on different aspects of the path, right? Which is like fantastic, because there's so many, like whenever I think about it, I think of like this big massive forest, and there's all these different trails, and like they all end up in the same place, right? Like your happiness, but like you can go down these different paths to get there. We're gonna do a part 2. Hang on.